We are cruising around the Campground, Mary Louise Lake Campground, Sleeping Giant Provincial Park in Ontario, right around Thunder Bay. It's actually a massive peninsula that juts out into Lake Superior from the Thunder Bay area. Thunder Bay is probably the larger city for you to find. I think Niebling, what did they say, Niebling or something like that? We're just kind of scouting this out as a campground, having a look at it, you know, getting a lay of the land and everything. We're not camping here, but wanted to see what it was. We're actually looking for some vantage points for lake, for Thunder Bay, for sunset. So here's the sitch. We're just kind of driving around checking it out. We've also got some color in the atmosphere from nearby smoke fires. I think northern Minnesota and southern Ontario, I suppose. They named some of the areas like the natural preserves, the federal names for these places. I just didn't remember them by name, but basically that's where it's coming from. It's been windy. We're in this area today, this peninsula, Sleeping Giant, to evade the heat that's like taking over. This is going to be up in the 90s, I suppose, maybe 40s Celsius in Thunder Bay. I want to show you the sun because this is really telling about how much smoke is in the atmosphere. Crazy. It's a crazy look. Let's see. It's not going to be great video, but there you go. Not great for you to breathe. My lungs have been having a hard time anyway. It's just exacerbated my sort of chronic cough that I have. But not so bad, not uncomfortable. It's kind of a dry cough, but I guarantee you this is not good. And it's almost not good for your eyes either. I can feel the tingling. My eyes kind of fighting the... At any rate, we're checking this out. I just want to say, I'm in a bit of feeling a sense of ecstasy being here. On the one hand, it's just exploring new territory, new for us anyway. You know, there's people. I met somebody in Thunder Bay last night, just chatting with them and asked them about what there is out to do here. Been here, they've lived here 30 years. As opposed to wherever else they live, I suppose in Canada. Have never been out here. What? So, even for the people that live here, there's people that are local to Sleeping Giant and this peninsula that have never been here. But for somebody coming, not necessarily from very far, but crossing political lines, it's a block in my head. It's like, wow, we've made a serious effort. There's a lot of places to see in the United States, for instance, but we made a real effort to be here. And we didn't have this in mind necessarily. Thunder Bay was kind of on our radar just because it's around Lake Superior. But this exact spot, not necessarily. I didn't really know that this was here until we got to Thunder Bay. But we have made it here, so there's that. Also, it's just incredibly beautiful. The trees, the weather today, especially given the fact that the alternative would be 90 degrees in Thunder Bay, that's not going to work for me. But this has got to be, I don't know, I'm not getting good cell signal. And my my little thermometer here on the dash is not cooperating now. But 70 maybe 80 and really like really dry air, not very humid. Unfortunately, I won't be able to confirm that until we get back somewhere with signal. Man, the last time I saw the sun like this, the first time I suppose that we ever saw a forest fire was in Bend, Oregon. And there's this smell that accompanies a forest fire. Now, the fire is not around here. If we were around here, we probably wouldn't have the free range that we have to just move around and what have you. But when they're off in the distance, you get a lot of the haze and atmosphere, but there's a smell, and it's almost like a campfire, but without the heaviness of being so close to the smoke. Granted, this is still not good for you, but it's dissipated. But the last time I remember seeing the sun like this was in Redding, California, and there was a forest fire going on there, and it was a pretty big forest fire, or series of fires, I suppose. And it was just really crazy to see the sun blocked out like that. So, but what I wanted to say, or what I was saying, was that it's just a surreal feeling. Of course, the forest fire playing on the atmosphere has something to do with it. The sense of relief of knowing that I'm not suffocating in Thunder Bay right now, just getting through the next day or two when the weather's supposed to be really bad. It's really a euphoric kind of feeling. And then just being here, and anytime we're out on a peninsula or out in a very big natural area where you get away from the general pop, I suppose. And that's not a criticism of civilization or cities. I do quite well in cities, and I'm pretty fond of a few of them that I can think of, places that I could imagine living. But when you get away from that like sense of, it's almost like being next to a beehive, and you can feel the vibration of the hive nearby. It's almost like that when you're in a city. Like, you just feel the buzz of the mass of humanity that's around you, and all the technology that comes with that, as opposed to you get out like here, like something like this, and the human population is the smallest population out here by far. There's probably easily more deer, raccoons, foxes, whatever, than the permanent population of this neck of the woods. And you feel that. What a beautiful place, man. This is so amazing. And very happy to be here. Very glad to be sharing this with Luna, who's taking a nap. Yeah, it's windy enough that she's kind of like sketched out when we're outside. It's not very uncomfortable, but I was trying to take pictures by the lake, and so all the waves are crashing and everything. Silver Islet, I believe that's how I've heard it said more often than not. Islet, little town right there with a general store and a nice little view of the channel, or I suppose Thunder Bay or Lake Superior. That's a cool little spot. Not a very big place. A lot of families with what they call camps or summer cottages, or dasha. Is it dasha or dosha? Dasha? Anyway, I'm trying to say the Russian word for the country home. But this is great. All right, I feel so lucky to be here. What a beautiful place, especially in the summertime. I'm sure winter is like, it really weeds out the weak. But to be here in the summertime, to not be suffocating, which is what I'm used to any place that I've lived before, it's just such a tremendous blessing, and what a relief. And I'm really glad to be here. Hopefully I'm getting some good pictures. But a great spot. Thunder Bay, Ontario, Sleeping Giant. If you're ever in this neck of the woods, I genuinely encourage you to explore and see what's out here, because this is a magnificent place. If you're not from here, if you're seeing all of this with new eyes, fresh eyes, unreal. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful places, don't get me wrong. you don't have to come here to see something that's going to blow your mind. But if you get the opportunity to come here, I've not found any reason to turn that turn that opportunity down. This is a beautiful place, great people, everybody's been kind to us. I need to see this information sign. They have a pretty prominent rock feature out here on the water called Sea Lion. So I think we're gonna do that. It's a short little hike, but I'm trying to get us postured for a decent sunset shot. So if it's not gonna be here, very close to the beginning of the peninsula, the base, if you will, is Thunder Bay Overlook or Scenic Overlook or something like that. So if this isn't the spot for us, that may be, but I would love to catch a sunset. We may only be out here for a sunset or two, so I'm really banking on having a good sunset experience while we're out here. The fact that there's this smoke in the atmosphere is really probably going to make it something special. So looking forward to it. We'll see what we see.